Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai Bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, those are the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. In today's video, this is going to be one of my random vlog videos where I discuss multiple topics in one video. Just got a lot of things that I want to vent and get off my chest. But some of the topics that we're going to discuss is just random thoughts. Online ninjutsu training, online martial arts training, disrespectful students, that's definitely going to be a topic within this video. Just things of that nature, right? So this is going to be one of my random thought vlog videos, and yeah, that's what we're going to go. Before I begin sharing some of my thoughts on these various topics of martial arts and so on and so forth, I do always give a shout out to all of my new viewers out there. So if this is the first video that you guys have seen of me, my name is Christa Jacobson. I am the headmistress of the Budo, which means School of the Warrior Way. We teach Koryu Ninjutsu and Koryu Bujutsu, so the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. The school does have other areas of focus, such as reality-based self-defense, weapons training and tactics, concealed carry, survival skills, martial arts theory, thought and philosophy, martial arts conditioning. If any of those subjects at all interest you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the bell. When you click the bell, you guys can keep up with everything we're doing. You get a little notification. I do post at least 2 to 3 videos every single week. Admittingly, last week was a little low on the uploads. I know that. I was super busy with family stuff, but generally I do post 2 to 3 videos a week at a minimum. So if you guys are interested in those topics, please subscribe, click the bell, keep up with what we're doing. For you guys who are current subscribers and followers and students and supporters of the particular YouTube channel and any of my social media for that matter, I'll ask you guys a quick favor. If you guys could please share my URL, my channel URL on your guys' social media, or maybe if you guys just go through and get your favorite video that I've done and put it on your social media, you know? Any help I can get to grow the channel would be great. We're really close to my first goal. The first goal is 50,000. In the end, I would love to hit that 100,000 mark and have YouTube send me a big old plaque. 50,000 is the first goal. And when I hit 50,000, I'm gonna be making a special little video for you guys, for thanking you guys for all these years of supporting me and this channel. And we're really close to that 50,000, right? That 50K mark. And I would really like your help so we can hit that goal, okay? So random thought number 1. Let me tell you guys about something that happened. Now this guy was super nice to me. He sent me a very nice, very kind message. And he said he wants to do the online dojo, the online training. He likes my videos, he likes what we're doing. And he wants to sign up, and he had some questions. And he gave his, I don't know what the word is, disagreement or disapproval, or his complaint, I guess. I'm trying to think of a nice kind of politically correct word here, of what he did not like about my main competitors. I have 2 main competitors in the online ninjutsu world, online ninjutsu community, 2 main competitors, and he has purchased both of their programs and he did not like them, and he gave me a list why he didn't like this one and why he didn't like this one. My point was, I was watching and I was like, well damn man, you ain't gonna like this either. You know what I mean? And then when I read that email, I was thinking like, okay, well I'll respond and I'll be like, well, this is what we do, blah blah blah. And I have so many videos on what we do and how we do it. If you just type in like Soke Anshu online training, you'll get all those type of videos pop up. Or you could just go to my channel, and when you go to my channel, click search channel and type in online ninjutsu training, and then those videos would then come up. He clearly didn't do a little bit of research, because the things that he was kind of saying, what he didn't like about those programs, if he would have watched the video that's on the online ninjutsu page, when you join, there's a video on the membership page, and I go through everything step by step. I sent him that video and I said, did you see this video? Now the reason I sent him that video I was really confused, because not only was he saying he didn't like this of all these other programs, but he had already purchased level 1. Like usually people, when people normally buy the program, usually there's a little bit of a conversation. This is what I'm interested in. This is my goals. Would you be able to help me? What is your process? All that kind of stuff. Like there's a little bit of that before someone just like jumps in and purchases. And for the most part, you're always going to get those that just purchase the program, but for the most part, the ones who are, I would say, end up being the most dedicated and things like that, they tend to, have a few questions and so on and so forth. He sent me that, And when he sent me that, while I'm reading it, I had sent him this link saying, did you watch this video? Well, after I sent him the link, he had already purchased the online program. And I was like, well, damn. Replied back, I was just like, just refund the money. You know what I mean? Because if you're not liking if you're not liking those programs for these reasons, not that we do things like they do it. The way that I do the online training is not like most. I take more of a hands-on approach, and I'm very personal with the students and that sort of thing. But at its core, it's still online training. No matter, every teacher's going to have a different way of doing things and presenting things, and the way they go about things. You know, the way that I do it's different. I'm not saying that I'm better. I'm just saying it's different. But at its core, it's still online training. So I'm like, I'm just going to send you a refund. I'm sitting here thinking like, well, damn, you know, this is like freaking holiday week here, you know. I'm a martial art teacher. There's not a lot of people banging on the door to be doing martial arts with all the COVID thing going on. And now I've got to refund some, and I don't, and you know, in all fairness, I don't need to refund his money. He purchased the program. I don't need to refund him anything, but I did, just because that's who I am. I'm always gonna do things like that. So I just sent him his money back. Positive thing is, I think the universe is working for me, because when I sent him the refund, I sent him the refund yesterday. This morning I woke up and another person had purchased the online training, so that's good. So I'll send him all of his stuff today and all that good stuff and get him going. But anyway, yeah, I always wonder. So my question for you guys, if you guys are watching this video, if you made it this long, you know, this is what I mean by random thoughts. I'm going to end this one, ask you a question, move on to the next section here. I wonder why do so many, and I don't say so many, but at least a 25%. Why is there a percentage of people that just buy the program and have no ambition of training, or they don't look at what we do and make sure that it's for them before they purchase? You know what I mean? I always wondered that, you know, because I mean, I wouldn't have never have done that kind of stuff. But anyway, your thoughts on that subject, right? Like I said, though, I did refund his money, because I don't want to take anybody's money if they're not training. That's just not who I am. That's not what I'm about. Even here at the Hambu Dojo, I don't do contracts or any of that kind of stuff. You buy a month, get a month. If you don't like what I'm doing, you don't want to stay, we don't have any financial ties. You're more than happy to go. That's just the way that I work. But it's on both sides. If a student acts like an ass and I don't like the way that they're acting, I can just be like, go. There's no agreement. You're out. So that's just the way that I am, and it's just, you know, it's kind of how I approach it across the board, you know. No, I can make these videos like every fucking day, because I deal with thousands of people every month, all over, about ninjutsu and martial arts, and so for every one of these people I'm kind of pulling out, I deal with a ton of people who are excellent students, very dedicated, loyal. They do their thing, they do the work, they're good students. I'm pulling this up front here. I'm pulling specific things this month. There tends to be a little bit more this month than normal. Anyway, back on point here. So last week, there's a student, and I sent him an email and I said, you know, Mr. So-and-so, your membership status is now expired. So if you'd like to continue training, you would have to repurchase the level, and then we'll move on. And he got super pissed. And I'm like, well, sweetie, the rules are on the website. You just got to go to budo-ninjutsu.com. On the bottom, it's training information. It lists the rules, underneath rules and guidelines. And for those of you, I'm not gonna go through all the rules and all that kind of stuff, but I will say this, because I think this is kind of an important bit. When you guys join the online dojo, you're not just buying DVDs or some sort of like physical item, right? You're paying the Hambu to train you. So like an example, when you purchase level 1, you have 12 months to get through that. You have 12 months to get through every level at the most. There are 10 levels of black belt. So if it takes you 10 years to get there, okay, fine. But you have 12 months to get through each individual level. Once you hit the 12 months, it's expired. You either were done, or you need to repurchase the level to continue going. When you purchase the level, you're purchasing the time for the Hambu to train you. Level 1 has 7 reviews, so you have to have review number 1. Once you pass review, You send it in for review, we watch it. If you've passed the first review, you go to the second one, you go to the third one. There are 7 reviews that you have to pass, and once the Hanbu has watched you do the 7 reviews, you've then earned the right to then take the test. You would get a personal video. I would send you a personal video and say, hey, you know, Mr. So-and-so, congratulations, you've kicked ass. Seen you go, you pass your reviews, this is what you gotta do, take tests, here's the testing protocol for level 1. Boom, 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 boom. Take tests, pass, move on to level 2. So anyway, my point is you have 12 months, and it's pretty upfront. It's on the website. It is what it is. You got 12 months to get through it. If you don't, it's expired. And if you want to keep going, you just have to repurchase the level again. It's kind of, you know, it's like a gym membership or anything else. There's a certain expiration date. Anyway, let's get back on point. I tell him, I'm like, you know, your membership is expired, and if you would like to, you know, you were doing really well, and then all of a sudden we haven't heard from you. So if you'd like to continue to keep going, you're going to need to repurchase the level and get back to active status. And he got super pissed, and he was like going off about this, that, and the other, and money this and money that and all this. And I think he may be having some problems in his personal life, but I said, sweetie, here's the deal. You had 12 months to spend that one amount of money to get through the whole level, and you didn't do it. You knew up front there was an expiration date, and I don't know why you're yelling at me on something you didn't do. And he just had a whole bunch of just pissy, and he wasn't really like yelling at me per se, but he was pissed about a lot of things. And maybe he's got some things going on in his personal life, I don't know, but he was super pissed, you know, and he's bitching about money this and money that. And I'm like, I'm not asking for money. I'm telling you that your membership is expired, and I'm saying if you would like to continue, you need to repurchase. If you don't want to continue, you don't have to repurchase. Hell, he could have easily said, well, right now I don't want to continue my training because it's the holidays, or I can't continue my training because whatever. Okay. I don't have I'm across the board. We don't do the contract bit. Some people, they just can't do it for certain reasons, so no big deal. But man, he didn't go that route. He's kind of an ass, you know? And I was like, okay, well. So there's this guy that was a student of mine about last month. Maybe it was October. We're in December now, right? So I don't think, it might have been last month. If it wasn't last month in November, then it would have been October. Anyway, he was training here, and he was fairly dedicated. I mean, he was coming, I'd say 4 or 5 times a week. And he seemed like he was doing really good. He was taken to the training, and he wasn't very athletic, and in that sense, he was not very athletic. He was not very coordinated. So athleticism, not so much. Coordination, not so much. You could tell he was very, very hesitant about the physicality of training, you know, taking a punch, taking a kick, very shy to that. Very, very like shy, and I don't want to say scared, but yeah, maybe that's the right word. He had a lot of fear of that. He was there was a fear of his, you know. So introduce the training slowly, you know, here's how we do this, working into it, here's stances, work the drills, punches, work the drills, hit the bags, kicks, work the drills, hit the bags, blah, 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 blah. You know, we're going. And then we got to that point where it's like, okay, well, we need to start doing some hands-on stuff and a couple of sparring drills, and we do sometimes we don't just do sparring in the sense where it's like, 2 people just going at it. Sometimes I like to work drills because I feel like it helps the student better when you can have a little bit more format, a little bit more rigid. So what we'll do is we'll have instead of doing like everyone just 2 people just going at it, I'll say one person's offense, one person's defense. So one person can be offense, and they can only do like say 2 hit combinations or 3 hit combinations, and they got to go in and come out, and then go in and come out, and they're kind of working. And the other person just has to work on their defense, block, move, block, push, get back, whatever it is, you know, work in defensive angles while the other person's working offensive angles. And we call on-offs, and it's a way for, that way it's they know, and then every 30 seconds I'll say switch, and then the person playing defense plays offense, and the person playing offense plays defense. And it's a way so they can then focus strictly on one set of skills instead of putting them together, you know what I mean? And we do this more for beginners, you know, but sometimes, you know, a little taijutsu tune-up for the advanced students ain't so bad either. But anyway, we're doing on-offs, and then all of a sudden, we did that a little bit. He came into a grappling event, not the grappling event, he came into a a self-defense. Was it the self-defense workshop that he did? I don't remember if it was a knife fighting one or a self-defense workshop, but anyway, we had a little bit of randori in there. And some of the boys, you know, they're getting rowdy. They like to do the whole, you know, sparring, randori, get a little physical. And then all of a sudden he just quit. And this was a guy that I thought was like, he didn't just quit saying, hey, sensei, you know, this is not for me. I need to move on, or I'm going to do something different, or, you know, he gives me a phone call or anything like that. No, this guy just like, he sent me a text. When he sent me a text, I immediately text back, and I was like, oh, he sent me a message on Facebook, a text message. And you know, like on Facebook, where when the icon comes up, you can tell they saw it. You could tell they saw it. And he sent me a message, and I had my phone with me when he sent it, and I was taken back. This was a guy, even though I could tell he was a little fearful, and the anxiety of the hands-on stuff was just way up. He also trained really hard. And he was very dedicated, and it was something that he was getting very good at. He was getting better, and I was seeing the progress, and I thought he was doing a good job. And then out of nowhere, he sends me this text, and he's like, you know, hey, sensei, I gotta quit, can't come no more, you know, and he gives me why, which is a horseshit excuse, and it is a horseshit excuse. I'm not gonna put this guy's name out or personal crap. I'm just saying it's a horseshit excuse. And when he sent that to me, I text him back and I'm like, what? Why? I know that he saw the thing because the icon came up, and he didn't respond, so I immediately called him. I mean, I called him within 30 seconds of that message, of him sending it to me. He didn't answer. I waited about 30 minutes. I called him again. He didn't answer. I waited about an hour later. He didn't answer. Waited a few days. He didn't answer. And I'm like, what the hell? So here's another question. Again, random thought video here for you guys. Why do so many people quit because of fear? You know, I mean, and then if it had nothing to do with me or the dojo or anything like that, and it was just personal shit, then why won't you pick up the phone and talk to me when I call you? You know what I mean? Like, there's clearly something there that he's not being honest about. And what sucks is, you know, I had a lot of great experiences with him. I thought he was a very intelligent man, and he was very dedicated, and he came in and we talked about a lot of cool stuff. And now all those things that we talked about, whether it's like he was really big into like precious metals and why you should have silver and all this kind of stuff, you know, and I didn't know anything about that until he started telling me about it and shit. Now, you know, I got into buying precious metals and silver, and, you know, I'm like, okay, I can add this to my portfolio. Why the hell not? You know, I mean, I have stocks, and I have an accountant, and, you know, we do the whole bit, you know, why not? I can do that. And yeah, he, now every time I think about it, it's like, I think of him and I think, that's the dude that didn't even want to pick up the phone. That's the dude that left kind of like, you know, I mean, you should always, leaving a martial arts school, I feel like you should at least have the decency to talk to your teacher. Unless you're ending on bad terms and there was a fight, which that was not the case here. This situation was, there was no fight between me and him. He had a good day. His last day was really good. I said, hey, when you had a good day's training. I said goodbye to him with the rest of the class, and everything was good. There was no bad fight or anything like that. There was no ill intention. Hell, he was doing a good job, and honestly thought he was getting much better, and he was doing better. I think the fear of the hands-on, the fear of the application, that fear is what I think stopped him from coming in, you know? But what about you guys? What's your thoughts on that subject? Why do you think so many people leave martial arts because of fearing the application of fighting, when the reason they join martial arts is the fearing of the application of fighting? I'm gonna say that again, because that is the truest statement ever. Why do so many people leave martial arts? Because of the fear of application of fighting, the combative motions and the combative application and the punching and the kicking and that, when the motivation to join martial arts is the fear of applying combat, right? Why? And especially in this guy's case, because he didn't come to, we do have people that come to the dojo because they want to specifically train in authentic historical ninjutsu and samurai bujutsu and swordsmanship and spearmanship and archery and ninjutsu and, okay, yep, got those students. This guy is not that. This guy came because of self-defense. He wanted to learn how to protect himself. And then when we got to the point where he was doing the application, and he was only like a level 3 student, the heat comes up a little bit. So you got like white belt, yellow belt, orange belt, right? There's level 2 is orange belt, and then level 3, training for purple belt. You start doing a little bit more of the hands-on, a little bit of the sparring, a little bit of the grappling, a little bit of the, how do I get that knife when it's coming after you, you know, basic, you know, drills. I'm pretty sure it's the fear, and I don't understand why so many people quit martial arts over the fear of fighting when the reason they join is because of the fear of fighting. I don't know. So let's get on to the disrespectful students. Rounding this curve, right? So a video that I want to make, I'm just never in the damn mood to make it. It's because it's one of those videos that I need to make because I think it would be a good eye-opener for you guys who are supporting me in the school. But it's not a video that it's like motivating to make, to be honest with you. Like being the only woman that runs an international martial arts school, the only transgendered woman who runs an international martial arts school of instruction. You have no idea the amount of hate, prejudice, bigotry, sexist shit I get every fucking week. I get people challenging me to fights every damn week. I get death threats, multiple every month. It is ridiculous. I wanted to show you guys make a video about how much ridiculous hatred I get just being a woman that teaches martial arts, being a transgender woman that teaches martial arts. I mean, the amount of hatred I get. I mean, I block people every day for being so fucking mean and hurtful and hateful. And hurtful is probably a wrong word because they don't hurt my feelings. It's just hateful. That's the correct word. They're being hateful and prejudiced and they're just a bigot. So anyway, my point is I want to make this video because I took a bunch of screenshots of shit of people over the years, and I'm like, yep, that individual, I'm just going to screenshot that. One day I'm going to make sure that I'll talk about that. So I have all these screenshots of these hateful people, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Just never really in the mood of making it. But on that note, you're going to get to this disrespectful bit. So there's a guy who's in the online training, and he's been doing very well. He talks to me at least twice a week. Phone calls once, maybe twice a month. And I mean, I would consider him, you know, a really good online student. He's level 5, working level 6, right? So he's a 5th Q, working 4th Q. And he's always been so good, kind, you know, his reviews are great, very great with his videos, his presentation with videos, his emails to me have always been respectful. I'm going through my home page on Facebook, and this is where we're talking about disrespectful students, right? He posted this on this page, and I saw his comments only because we're friends, right? And oh my God, it was the most absolute form of just disrespect I've never seen from an online student who's currently a member. I've seen students get pissed at me because I'm like, nope, you're not doing this. We don't do this. If you're going to be at this organization, you got to follow our rules. I have a set of standard. You got to raise up to our standard of excellence. If you don't want to do that, you need to leave. It's not fair that everybody else does this and we have some people that are not going to do this. You know what I mean? So if you can't do what we're asking, then, you know, go do something else. It's just that it's not fair for the people that are busting their ass for the people who don't want to bust their ass. This guy was doing really good. He had a training partner. He had previous experience. Striking was good, kicking was good. I'm not going to take anything from him. I mean, just because he's absolutely disrespectful to me and what he said about me and this organization openly on Facebook, I mean, I was like taken back by it. This guy was saying, oh, that, you know, Christa Jacobson's nothing but a transgendered freak and this and this and this and blah, 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 and she's bullshit. And I was like, huh. So I screenshotted it. And he went on, is like, oh, this and this, and I talked shit about whatever, and he was talking about how great this other martial art is, and I was like, huh, because he told me he wasn't doing any other thing else but this. He didn't tell me he was doing, because I'd ask him, that's one of the prerequisite questions I always ask, because I think a teacher needs to know their student. So I have a series of questions that students have to answer, and there are no wrong answers, it's just they answer when they join, because I want to get to know the students who join the online training. Like, why do you want to study here? Do you train other martial arts? If you do train other martial arts, what do you do? What are your ranks? How long you did it? You know, just stuff like that, just so I get to know them. Anyway, he told me, no, I used to do martial arts, but I'm not doing anything else. I'm just doing this. You know, it looks like something I could do. Back on topic, he is posting this hateful, abusive, disrespectful shit. And he sent me a review in the next couple days. And I watched the review and I said, well, this review is not bad. You need to work on this, that, and the other. And I said, you know, I'm confused. Why do you want me to review this video? What's the point of the review? And he's like, what do you mean, Sensei? I'm trying to, you know, I'm dedicating myself to these arts. I'm dedicating myself to this. I'm dedicating myself to the way, right? And I'm like, huh. So I sent him the screenshot. His response was, I'm sorry. And I'm like, sorry for what? Sorry that you posted that openly on the internet? Or sorry that I saw it? You know what I mean? Like, which part of that are you sorry for? And I waited for him to respond. He didn't respond for that day. So the next day I just said, I think it's probably best that, you know, we part ways. That page wasn't necessarily a martial art page per se. It was more like one of those like reality-based combative type self-defense pages. Anyway, he gets back with me like a day later and he goes, you know, I just want to say that I'm sorry. I did enjoy the program. I enjoy working with you. I shouldn't have said those things. You know, I think it, you know, he's like, well, it's because of the people that I was around on the page made me post those things. And I'm like, why would the people on a page, it's an online page, you're not around anybody, you're sitting in your chair at home. How could someone make you want to post something or ask you to post something that you don't believe in, and then you post it? The whole thing was just messed up. And I was like, I think he was trying to find a way. I think he was embarrassed that I saw it. That's what I think. And then I sit back and I think, well, shit, you know, how long was he posting these hateful shit about me while I'm sitting there like kicking ass, helping him as best I could, watching his review videos and bending over backwards to help him while he's posting all this hateful shit about me and the training him. I'm this, I'm that, the program's this, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Why do people do that? Why do people get on the internet and post all these hateful and hurtful things about people knowing that it's not correct? Because he even said, Sensei, I am so sorry. I can't remember how he said it, but I'm sorry. The post was wrong. I don't believe that. I was only saying that because of the group I was around. You know, they mock you and I'm just trying to fit into the group and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if they mock me and you like what I'm doing, why the fuck are you part of that group? Like, I didn't ask that, but I don't know. I mean, to me, I look at that like it's weakness. It's not standing up for what you believe in. You know, it's definitely not showing any respect to your teacher. So I just told him, I said, you know, we need to part ways, because, you know, I don't think that I need to bend over backwards to help a student learn martial arts when you're posting, you know, hateful shit on the internet about my gender. And I just said, you know, if you don't want to respect me as a person, then you don't need to train here. You know, I'm not going to have you just fucking post a shit. But my question for you guys, what do you think? Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people post hateful shit and then turn around and the same people that they openly belittle and throw under the bus turn around and ask for your help? I never understood that. Anyway, this has been a long video. Thank you guys very much for your love and support. Deeply appreciate it. And if you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out my website at www.budo-ninjutsu.com. There you can see a list of our schools, 7 traditions, philosophies that we teach, all that good stuff. If you don't live next to one of our schools, you can always join the Budo online Ninjutsu Dojo and start your training with us that way. So thank you guys very much, and I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.